Everyone good to go? Mic check. Awesome. All right, welcome everyone. Hi, my name's Ayo. Today I will be your stretching instructor for today. Today we got another full body stretching program, so hopefully you got a little bit of some space for you to get yourself acquainted with. But we're gonna start on the floor, and then we're gonna start with some like upper body stretches, and then we're gonna work our way down to the lower body. So I'll give you a few moments. Find some space. All right, we're gonna start in a saddle position. So we're gonna get down. We're gonna be on the knee. Now with the saddle position, some people might find this position to be just a little bit uncomfortable. So what you can do instead, you can be on the knees when we're starting, or you can start in a cross-legged position, like so. All right, whichever feels the most comfortable for you, and then we'll go from there. All right. So for me, I'm gonna start in a saddle position here. And the first stretch we're gonna do for today is gonna be focusing on the posterior deltoid, right? We're gonna be focusing on a little bit of the shoulders, all right? So allow me to set my timer here. We'll get ourselves started in a few moments. We're gonna start with taking the right arm. We're gonna bring it across the body, and we're gonna hold for some time here, all right? We'll do the first stretch of the day. Alright. So again, we're focusing on the posterior deltoids, back of the shoulder. You might feel this a little in the rhomboids as well, but again, that's okay. Mostly trying to focus on the shoulders here. Okay, we got about 30 seconds left in this position. Alright, fantastic. We're going to go ahead and switch to the other side. So if you started with the right, you're going to bring it over the left. If you did the left, you're going to do the right now. And again, we're going to hold for time, 60 seconds here. Now, when we're holding these positions, very important to try to pull yourself deeper into that stretch, right? As time goes by, we want to be stretching and lengthening the muscles further into a deeper position while time goes by. All right. Also, another thing is to focus on the breathing, right? I want you to take in a big breath in through the nose, and then exhale out through your mouth. This breathing will also help you get a little bit deeper into that stretch position. So for example, taking a big breath now, exhale, and then push yourself just a little bit further into the stretch, and then take another breath in. Exhale once more. Pull that shoulder a little bit deeper. And we're going to continue doing that for the next 2 seconds. Awesome. Let's go ahead and switch sides now. Not switch sides, but we're going to switch positions. We're going to focus on the triceps. So we're going to take the one arm down the back and use the opposite hand. Pull that tricep back. All right. Again, holding for time here. Remember to pull yourself deeper into the stretch. Focusing on the triceps. Again, if you do feel these stretches in a different position than the suggested muscle group, that's also okay. This means we're a little bit tight in other areas. I'm going to hold for another 20 more seconds here. Fantastic work, everyone. Awesome. Let's go ahead and switch sides now. So if you find this saddle become a little bit unbearable, again, feel free to come off onto the knees, right? Or at the same time, you can go into that cross-legged position just to give your quadriceps a little bit of a break. For me, my quads were kind of getting a little bit uncomfortable, so I had to kind of stand up just for a moment. But once you feel like you can return back into that saddle position, please feel free to. Again, you do not have to be in the saddle position the entire time. Alright. Again, you can alternate between on the knees or into the quadriceps. Alright, we're going to hold for another 20 more seconds here. Fantastic. The next one we're going to go into is the thread the needle, right? So the thread the needle, same thing. We're working on the posterior deltoid, a little bit in the lower back as well. So what you're going to do, you're going to take the one hand, you're going to fiddle it through the gap between the hand and the knee, and then you're going to drop that shoulder down, just like so. Same as before. As you're holding this position, try and get deeper into that stretch. Drop that shoulder down a little lower, push that arm out a little bit further. We're going to feel this a little bit in the rhomboids, again in the posterior deltoids, back of the shoulder, a little in the back. We're going to hold for another 20 more seconds. Fantastic work, everyone. Keep it up. Doing great. Awesome. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So you're going to take that right hand now, fiddle it through between the gap of the hand and the knee, and you're going to drop that hand to the other side. Awesome. Go ahead and slowly come out of that position. Very slowly. Take your time. This next stretch we're going to go into is the child's pose. So with the child's pose, we're going to start in a quadruped position, being on all fours. And then from here, what we're going to do, we're going to shift the hips back. And we're going to drop or push the hands forward as far as we can. Dropping the torso down. Feel a nice stretch in the lats, possibly in the shoulders as well. And along the mid back. Again, we're holding for time here. Very important. As time goes by, try and inch those hands a little bit more forward to get yourself into a much deeper position. We got 20 more seconds remaining here. Keep it up. Awesome. So from here, what we're going to do, we're going to transition into the Cobra. So the Cobra, you're going to start laying flat onto your stomach. And then from here, you're going to use those hands to push the torso up off the floor. So in this stretch, you're going to feel a little bit of a stretch, or in this position, you're going to feel a stretch in the abdominals, the front part of your trunk. And focus on that breathing, taking a big breath in through the nose and exhaling out through your mouth. We have another 25 seconds remaining in this position. And then after this position, we're actually going to transition back into the child's pose and then once more into the cobra. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and transition back into that child's pose, quadruped position, dropping the hips back, bringing the hands forward. Another 25 more seconds left in here. Again, we're going to transition back into that cobra position one more time after we finish this child's pose. Fantastic. And one more time into the cobra, flat onto the stomach. And then using the hands to push the torso up off the floor. Awesome. Well done, everyone. Well done. Take a moment. From here, what we're going to do, we're going to go next into the pigeon pose. So the pigeon pose, we're focusing on the glutes. So what you're going to do, you're going to start with first bringing the one leg forward. We'll start with the right leg. And you're bringing this forward as you can. And then from here, what you're going to do, you're going to drop down that torso as far down as you can. And you're going to feel a nice stretch along the back of the glute here. Alright, we're going to hold this for time. And same as before, breathing. Breathing helps get into a much deeper stretch position. Big breath in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. Through the nose. Out through the mouth. And each time that you exhale, try and get deeper into that stretch. Bring that torso closer to the floor. As close to the floor as you can, comfortably, of course. Remember, when we're holding these positions, we're not trying to go past the point of pain. These stretches shouldn't be painful. We should be right at the point of pain or just having slight discomfort in the muscle. And if a position is too difficult, feel free to ease off of the stretch. Alright, we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So if you did the left, you're going to do the right now. If you did the right, you're going to do the left. Again, dropping the torso. So if this position, getting this low, is a bit too uncomfortable for you, feel free to hold the pigeon pose from the top. And if the top is too easy, bring it back down. We got another 30 more seconds left in this position here. Keep it up, everyone. Awesome. Very good. So we're going to transition out of this position. Take your time as we're coming out of here. And then from here, what we're going to do, we're going to go into a half split. So we're going to be focusing on the hamstrings, back of the leg. So what you're going to do, you're going to start with the one leg. Start with your left leg extended. And then with the opposite hands, you're going to drop down as far as you can comfortably. If you can get deeper, palms on the floor. If that's too challenging, you can use the tips of the finger to support yourself. And if this is too challenging, what you can do, you can grab an object and place that object in front of you like so, or above your hands, to make it a little easier. But if you want to make it a little more challenging, get a little bit of deeper stretch, try and reach for the floor. 30 more seconds left here. Well done. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So I'm doing my right now. Kick the leg out. And then we're going to drop the hands. And remember, we're trying to get deeper into the stretch. And also another reminder, focus on the breathing through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. And as you exhale, try and get deeper into that position. Breathe in. Exhale. 25 more seconds left here. Nicely done. Go ahead and take your time. Slowly come out of that position. This next stretch that we're going to go into is a hip flexor stretch. So we can start with the right knee up and the left knee is going to be on the floor. And from here, what we're going to do, we're going to squeeze the left glute. And then from here, you're going to drive the hips forward. You're going to feel a nice long stretch along the hip flexor right here. And then from here, you're just going to hold for time. Hold for about 60 seconds again. And if you want to make this stretch a little bit more deeper, what you can do is bring the hands up into the sky. You'll feel a much deeper stretch into the hip flexor. We got about 40 seconds left in this position. Remember to squeeze that glute. Bring those hips forward. Raise those hands up nice and high. And of course, if you don't want to raise the hands, that's too intense, you can keep them at the side, or you can keep them on the leg like so. We got another 15 seconds left in this position. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So doing the left knee up, right knee on the floor, squeezing the right glute, driving the hips forward, raise the knee or the hands, up towards the sky. And we're going to hold for time. Awesome. Well done. Well done. This next position is going to be called, I like to call the dragon, right? So very similar to the hip flexor stretch, starting in a kneeling lunge position like so, right? And then from here, what you're going to do, you're going to place the one hand, opposite hand to the limb that is up onto the floor. And then with the free hand over here, you're going to reach back and pull that knee. You're going to get a nice deep stretch into the quadricep. All right? I'm just going to hold for time here. About 40 seconds left in this position here. Again, make sure to pay attention to your breathing through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Try and relax. Relax the body. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and switch sides now. So the right knee is going to be up off of the floor. Or the left leg is going to be on the floor now. Right knee will be on the floor. Opposite hand. So the right hand will be on the floor. Let me show from this angle. Like so. I'm going to use this one hand here to pull that back knee. And again, we'll hold for time. In this stretch, we're feeling a nice deep stretch in the quadricep. You might also feel this in the hip flexor as well, but we're mostly focusing on the quadricep, the front part of our legs. "15 more seconds left in this position, everyone. Keep it up. You're doing great. Well done. Fantastic. Slowly come out of that position. This next position that we're going to go into is the frog. So the frog, very challenging stretch for many people, especially for me. We're going to be focusing on the groin area, the hips. So the way we're going to start this frog or start this position, first you're going to open up the knees as wide as you can comfortably, making sure that the ankles are in line with the knees, right? Very important to have the ankles in line with the knees. Once you have that position, you're going to drop the hands down onto the forearms or the arms to the forearms. And then from here, what you're going to do, you're going to shift your weight. You're going to shift the weight back until you get a nice deep stretch in the groin. So for this position, we're going to hold for solid 2 whole minutes. 2 minutes in this position. So get comfortable. Get comfy. Get real comfy. Alright. So again, we're focusing on the groin. Remember to control the breathing. So breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And each time you exhale, try and push yourself deeper into that position. Alright. You're going to push yourself deeper as time goes by. We got 5 seconds left in this position. We're going to shake it out a little and then push ourselves back into it. So here we go. We're going to come out for a second. And then from here, give ourselves a little bit of a break. We're going to go back into that frog. A little deeper than before. You're doing great, everyone. Keep it up. Fantastic work. This is a tough stretch. Very tough stretch. Again, make sure to keep those knees in line with the ankles, right? We have another 30 more seconds left here. Keep it up. Well done. Slowly, very slowly take your time getting out of that position. This next stretch that we're going to do is a last set of stretches. We're going to start laying flat onto our back. We're going to be focusing on the glute med in particular, and also along the lower back as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to lay down on our backs like so. Nice and comfy. You're going to take the one leg, you're going to bring it across the body like so. Opposite arm is going to be extended. And of course, we're going to hold here for time. Don't mind me while I adjust my taper. Staying here for 60 seconds. Make sure you keep this one arm down, flat against the floor. You're going to feel a nice deep stretch in the lower back. Also probably maybe a little bit of a stretch in the glute med as well. Primarily we're focusing along the lower back here. Alright. We have 20 more seconds left in this position. Hopefully your mornings are going well. Hopefully this can wake you up and get your day started, get your Monday started, get your week started. Start that week off strong with some solid stretches. Here we go, we're gonna switch sides. So if you did the left, we're gonna go ahead and do the right. Again, take it back. Bring the one arm, or keep the one arm back. Well done, everyone. Well done. Got just a few more seconds left here. Keep it up. Just like that, you're all set. So what we're gonna do here for the last final minute, we're just gonna lay down on our backs and just soak in all the stretches that we just did for today. We're just gonna lie down. You can have your hands extended, you can have your hands on your stomach or your chest, and we're just gonna stay here and relax. Alright, let all those stretches just soak in. Take this time to just meditate and just calm your mind. You've done very well to sit through all these stretches with me today. Fantastic work. We're just going to hold here for another 30 seconds. And just like that, you can slowly come up. We're all set for today. So job well done today, everyone. Hopefully you were able to kind of loosen up any aches or pains or tightness that you might have felt prior to starting this stretch session. Fantastic work today, as always, and I will see you next week. Take care and have a good one.